Hi, how are you? Good to see you guys in person, kind of face to face.
Hello. Hey, how are you guys doing?
Do what?
How are you doing?
Good,
Good.
good. Getting back. Yeah. Did y'all start school this week? Start back?
Tuesday.
Yeah, we started yesterday, but my kids are so resistant to homework and all of that already because we hit hard on Thursday nights because Thursday's a school day and then Friday's a home day. And so like we hit it really hard. So we have a bunch of projects this weekend and whatnot. And so that's always our like we work really hard on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and so it's not so crazy on the other days. And anyway, they were not wanting to do anything. So they were like, we just want to be playing outside, playing like sports, basketball, whatever, in our PJs. And yeah, it was a mess. So not super fun, but I'm hoping that they get back into the groove. They were like, I don't want to, whatever, just like bad attitudes all the way around. So not super fun. Even Julia Kate, who never has a bad attitude ever in her life, she had a bad attitude. And I was like, this is not okay. So anyway, was not feeling it.
Yeah, I don't think mine are excited to go back either. We all wanted to stay home in our PJs.
I know. That'd be nice. Be a nice life. Okay. I don't know. I actually made some quick slides. They're not pretty, but just because it's easier than trying to explain. So I'm going to, hi, Melissa. I'm going to share my screen and grab these slides.
I'm having technical difficulty. I'll hopefully get my video on soon.
You are, Melissa?
Yes, I can't get on my computer. I don't understand. It's telling me an update's available. I don't have time for this. So I'm working on it on my phone. I'm trying to.
It seems to happen right when you're like trying to.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
It's crazy frustrating. Okay, let me share. There we go. I have like 85. My husband always gives me a hard time because I always have like a bajillion browsers open, like so many pages open. And when it shuts down, I'll get really mad. It'll be like, we can restart all 68 pages. And I like complain about it going slowly. And he's like, probably because you have 85 things open. Whatever. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can make this bigger. Okay. Can y'all see my slides? See how beautiful that is? I literally did them in like 10 minutes. Okay, I want to talk to you guys about a few of the changes that you guys for the most part know, but I'm going to talk about kind of what we need to be doing, how we can really capitalize with our teams and all that good stuff. So the first thing is the Success Club changes. You probably already noticed. It's really exciting because I'm getting all these Success Club points that I didn't even plan on or know about, which is always really cool. I had a guy today. It was a free lead from like a long time ago, and he sporadically orders, but today he ordered like 350 PV of some things and none of it on subscription. And I was like, sweet. It's just nice because now you're getting Success Club points for that. So even if it's not on subscription, it's 125 PV. Anytime somebody uses or buys that much, you get a point, which is really cool. The one thing you need to know about this is it doesn't roll over to the next month. So if somebody has like 100, but not 125, that 120 is gone. So it doesn't roll over to February if nobody, if you don't have that at last 25. But it's super cool, I feel like, because we really can give people, obviously, we all think the challenge pack is the best way to go. It's the best solution. It's the best value, all the things, but it's really nice that, if a customer is dead set against something, we don't have to be like, well, great, now I don't get Success Club points. Because even though we say meet the customer where they are and all that, it's just nice that we're still rewarded, even when they don't get that thing that we were hoping they would get. So 125 points, you definitely still get them for all the things you did before. Total solution packs, 2 points, performance stack, 2 points, 3 boxes of bars, if they're sold as 3 boxes of bars and not 3 different. Even if you have 3 different flavors, it has to be set up to have like one label, one bought 3 boxes of bars as one label. If you have like, this happens all the time. Somebody will go in and order like 2 of something and 1 of something else, but they don't set it up as a 3 box set, then we only get 1 point, even though it's exactly the same thing as if they ordered 3 boxes as 1 set. So it's really stupid, but just be aware that that is a thing if they order it separate. Same thing with the performance stack. If they order Recover and Energize together as a performance stack, you get 2 points. If they order them separately, you get 1 point, which is just dumb, but it is what it is. I've fought that battle so many times. Just so you know, all that stuff is the same. The only difference in what I think is so incredible is this change to the PB. And anyway, it's really exciting because I think it is going to allow our new coaches to hit it a lot more easily because they don't necessarily feel like they can do challenge packs, or they don't necessarily have the confidence to really talk with people yet or to sell. And this way, like if they really love Energize or whatever product, 3-day refresh, they can sell 3 of those and get a Success Club point. So it's really cool that they can, whatever they're selling, it counts towards Success Club points. So they don't have to be disappointed that they, quote unquote, only sold Bod and Body or whatever. Pretty cool. Okay, and then this is exciting too for our new coaches because instead of the prizes, I mean, I know we all love, like I have every bobblehead under the sun and those are fun and all of that, but money, I think, really speaks to people a lot more. And so now instead of those things like a tank top or a bobblehead or whatever, those, I thought I had it in here, the blue parka thing that's like this big that like 8 people can fit in. Yeah. So, I mean, it's fun. Like my kids all like to get in it together. Yeah, there it is. Melissa has hers. It's warm and all that, but I mean, it's not exciting, right? And so this way they're actually getting money. So 3 months, they get $50, $675, $900, and $12, $125. And what I think is super, super cool about this is that they're cumulative, not consecutive. You have all the time somebody who has 1 bad month. Let's say they have a bad month in February and they're like, well, now I don't get any of those prizes because they're not consecutive, they're cumulative. So once you get that 3rd month, it doesn't have to be in a row. You still get the $50. So I think that's really, really cool because I think we get so defeated if we like miss a month or whatever, but it gives you a little bit of grace when it doesn't have to be consecutive. Okay, this, if you didn't see this, it was on the Body page, whatever it's called now, the Former Champions page was also emailed to us. A new thing that they just are doing for January, just be aware of this because it's, I mean, you should get $100. So if you get a call with Petra, the mindset lady, if you hit Success Club, everybody gets that. And then if you have a PS coach at Success Club, then you get $100, which is super cool. And that is the PL that includes any coach who signed up in 2022, 2023, or if they didn't hit Success Club last year. So if they didn't hit Success Club at all in 2022, which is probably most of your coaches. So if anybody pretty much that you have hit success, except for your leaders, if anybody hit Success Club, then you're going to get $100 extra. I mean, who doesn't want that? That's super cool. Plus the double trip dollars is nice in January. That's always in January. Oh, and then they also have the drawing, which I never really pay attention to those because I'm always like, yeah, the likelihood is so small. Though I do know I'm going to get the $20,000. I just have a feeling, like I've been thinking about it and I'm just calling it. I'm going to win the $20,000 for the sure thing. Share cards. Probably not, but that would be pretty cool. Okay, this is what I really wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh, really quick, executive bonus. So if you missed the executive bonus part, because you're like, well, that's cool for new coaches, but what about me? Because I hit Success Club too. What am I going to get? You actually can get $1,000. So all you have to do is hit Success Club in 11 months. So not all 12, you get 1 grace month. You hit Success Club each month. And then if you have 1 coach who hit Success Club in 10 months, then you can hit $1,000. So you get a $1,000 check if you have a coach who hits it in 10 months. And it doesn't have to be the same coach. If you have if you have 2 coaches who are on fire for 4 months out of the year and they hit it for 4 months, then that is 8 right there. And you need to get 2 others somewhere else. So that's also super cool. So basically, if you have 10 people who qualify, which are all those same people, anybody who signed up in 2022, 2023, or anybody who didn't hit Success Club in 2022, all those people, if you have 10 total Hit Success Club at any time over the course of the year, then you get $1,000. So that's really cool. It's called the executive bonus. So be aware of that too, because we can definitely all qualify for that. Who doesn't want $1,000 around Christmas? That'd be pretty cool. So anyway, write that down if you didn't already know that. And then this is something new that we are doing. And I want to make sure you understand this is not from corporate. This is completely coach-led and devised. These numbers can never be shared publicly ever. They can't be shared at all. So don't ever post this to anybody outside of like our team page or whatever. So these numbers, and the reason for that is compliance stuff, obviously. So we know that the FTC, as of last year, we can't even share numbers like income, progressions, anything like that. So we have to be super careful. We want to protect this business. I want to protect this business because it's a huge source of income for our family. So it really helps support my family. So it's important to me. So let's not, so anytime you do it, you have to include this. Anytime you talk about income at all, you have to include the disclaimer. Anytime you're recognizing a coach for RTL, Road to Legacy, legacy is when you have $1 million, right? A cumulative $1 million in your business centers, not in your spouse's or plus you plus 2 people, just yours. So that gets you in the legacy club. And when you do that, that's all that means is you've made $1 million in the business. So the Road to Legacy is what we're calling this, RTL. And you can see on here, this is not the best visual. The one I shared in the chat the other day was better. And it goes all the way up to like, I think the top one's like L90 or something like that. But you can see the really cool. So there are a lot of cool things about this, but one of them is that it's never going to go down. So if you go to your earnings in your online office, it's on the left. Hopefully you've seen it before. It tells you your year-to-date earnings, and you can also see your cumulative earnings over your entire career in Beachbody. And if you have more than one business center, you add them together. So that's how you get that number. And that's the number they use to recognize you at corporate too. But it's going to be self-reported. So I'm going to have a Google form. You're just going to submit it. We're not doing it weekly. We're going to do it monthly. So once a month, we're going to do this, and you can submit. And if you've changed it all, then you will get recognized again. But you, like I said, you self-report. So this is cumulative earnings over your lifetime. And the cool thing is nobody knows what it means, right? Like nobody knows if you're L12 versus L13, like what does that even mean? Or L52 or whatever. So nobody knows what that means. Just like nobody knows what 2-star or 3-star or 4, like nobody knows what that means either, or diamond. So it's just a way to recognize you and to show people that you can actually make an income doing this business. Because sadly, with all the FTC, all those changes and everything, we were pretty much like unable to talk about it at all. And we were kind of frozen, didn't really know how to talk about it in a way that was compliant. But I know for me, I came into this business for the money. And because I knew that I needed to replace my salary as a lawyer, I knew that I needed to contribute and pay off my 6 figures of law school debt. It was a huge factor. I would not be a coach. I love coaching. I love helping people. I love that, but I would not be doing it if the income opportunity were not there. I just would not. And I think that's true for probably a lot of you. So it's really important to be able to talk to people about the fact that we make an income without doing the numbers and being non-compliant. So this is how we're going to do it. So you look at this and you can see L, whatever, you can see where you are right now. And then it's just a super cool goal to be like, you know what, I'm going to end the year. I'm right now at L23 and I want to end the year at L, 28 or whatever. Having that kind of income goal is, for me, it's really motivating. And also it's something you can track. We only can improve what you don't track. So I've always tracked my income. I have a spreadsheet. I'm a spreadsheet queen. I have all of that tracked. But so track your income and see where the growth is, and see like your matching bonuses, how they're increasing, because that comes from your downline. That comes from your PS coaches. See how they're doing. When those numbers are increasing, your numbers are increasing on the matching bonus. You can see where your subscriptions come from. You can see where Team Cycle is coming from, and make sure you're maximizing that by having, placements correctly and all of that. I'm not going to get into that on this call, but just know that that's where all of this is coming from. So you can check it every single week. You can see exactly where all of it's coming from. But I'm going to have a Google form, and you are going to you're going to submit it determine it, figure it out, submit it, and then I have a template and we're going to recognize the heck out of everybody. And so these are some types of things you can say. So how do we do it compliantly for a new coach? And it doesn't have to be this word for word. Obviously, I like to personalize everything. So say what you will about the coach you're recognizing. And then remember too, that like that first $50, that first $100, I mean, that can be such a life-changing amount for somebody who's really struggling. Like if they can't put gas in their car, if they can't buy groceries, like that is a huge amount. So don't ever downplay the fact that it was just $100 or it was just, whatever. Like we need to celebrate all those things and really show like that is really a life-changing amount of money for people. And I know like when I started, I wasn't making the money I make now. When I started, obviously, I had a negative amount one week. I told you all that story, but I think I was like -13 one month because somebody returned something and I was like, what? Or 1 week. And I was like, well, this is terrible. This is awful. But I mean, it taught me a lot. And I that was only once. And I've only grown since then for the most part. I mean, it ebbs and flows, right? But in the seasons, but anyway, it's just important to know that even those small amounts, like be grateful for those things and really recognize the heck out of people because it can be really life-changing for some people, even if it's not what you want to be making yet. So, and then a veteran coach, and I'll give you these slides. You don't need to write it all down, but that is a way to recognize a veteran coach. Just talking about like the ripple effect, bring in like what she does for a living and how she's balancing all these things and what her vision is. I mean, when we recognize so much, really more for the people who see those posts, right? They're people in their network than we do for that person. So we really, I mean, yes, you want to build that person up, but you're doing it for everybody else who sees that. So you want them to see that person as a leader. You want to see them to see that person as somebody who can help them perhaps create an income, because that's really where we create an income, by helping other people create an income. And then these are things, you probably saw this in the FAQ, this came out last year, but you can't ever have a dollar amount ever, ever, ever. And then on the left side, these are things you can say and what you cannot say. You can't say 6-figure, 7-figure anymore. You can't say major, extraordinary, unbelievable, or astronomical. And I know that seems ridiculous when you can say substantial and like, what's the difference, right? What's the difference between substantial and extraordinary? Like those words are probably synonyms if you looked them up in the thesaurus. But you can say the ones on the left, you cannot say the ones on the right. And compliance will come after you. So I've had them come to me for posts that I made like 10 years ago. It's insane, but they will come after you and you'll have to take it down, which is not a big deal. But I mean, it's just silly. It's really silly, but it's what the FTC prescribes. And so we're following that very closely. So you can look and see what you can and can't say here. Just remember, you have to include the disclaimer on the picture as well. Even though it doesn't say how much somebody's making, you have to include it on the picture and you have to include it on in the text. You can also say things like she was able to pay for her family to go to Disney, or she was able to help her family build a pool, like for Andrea, or like whatever. You can say those types of things, what it contributes to, that you just can't say, and she used her $20,000 check to do this, can't do that. Okay, and then, like I said, right here, this is what it kind of looks like. You probably saw mine that Stephanie Richardson did. This is what it looks like. I mean, it has the language at the bottom. So even if you don't want to use this template, you have to keep that language at the bottom. And like I said, it's not official, like Beachbody official. It's us. It's the leaders who wanted to create something as a way to recognize and just really like help people see that there's an opportunity there. Because I think we've really gotten away from that. We talk about community and all the other things, but we're not talking about any of the income opportunity. Okay, so those are the main things I wanted to talk to you about. Like I said, it's going to be a monthly basis, but some other things I wanted to tell you. Let me get out of this. Okay, some other things I wanted to tell you. I would love to set a goal. I heard at Leadership, Stacy was there with me, and there was a coach who did she wanted a diamond in her downline every single week. I don't know if that's possible right now where we are, but I would love to create a goal of a diamond a month in our downline. I think that is incredibly possible. But once somebody just pay attention to people in your downline if somebody's close, let us know so we can all like really encourage them and support them and see how we can help. I really want to be that team where we're all there for everyone. And it's not just like, well, she's not my coach, you know, she's so-and-so. Like, we're not that way, but I don't want to ever be that way. I think it's so powerful when anybody who comes into our team can have like 15 mentors who are amazing. I think that's incredible. So like, how lucky are they to be able to really experience that from, you know, really get mentorship from so many of us. So I think that's super cool. But I would love to set that goal. Obviously I have individual goals. This last year was hard for me. I knew like early on that I wasn't going to push for elite because it was just homeschooling for the first time and just a lot of changes with everything. And I didn't know how that was going to go. And just a lot of things. But anyway, I'm going to push for it in this year in 2023. So I know some of you guys have the same goal. So we can all push together. But I think with the Success Club changes, that applies equally to the elite points. So the hardest category for elite is PSSC. It's always the hardest category because the acquisition points are not that hard. If you're hitting Success Club, you're going to probably have the acquisition points. And if you're bringing in new coaches at all, you're going to have the acquisition points. The hard category has been forever the PSSC category, because you have to have 50 points from personally sponsored coaches hitting Success Club. And in the past, they had to be from the current year or the previous year. So 2022, 2023. But now it's opened up to anybody who did not hit Success Club, who signed up prior to 2022. So anybody before that who didn't hit Success Club last year. So that's a lot of people. So all those people who haven't been doing much, like reach out to them and try to re-engage. I know sometimes it's more difficult to re-engage people than it is just to find like new coaches who actually want it, excuse me. And that's cool too. But I think some of the coaches, if they know about the Success Club changes and they know like it's not about total solution packs anymore. It's not just about Shakeology. Like it's literally anything in our catalog that you can get points for that. And also just the shift to body, the shift to health, esteem, and the focus on being healthy. I loved Carl's message on the National Wake Up Call, like really about health and how we were kind of part of the problem. I mean, not really, not intentionally, but just the narrative that, you know, you needed to look a certain way or have a certain aesthetic, and how the shift is much more like just being healthy. And maybe that's 3 weeks out of the month of working out. Maybe it's taking time, some days off. Maybe it's eating more dessert, but it's not about beating yourself up. And I really feel like it's such a good message that that I personally am like, I feel that resonates with me. And I know it does with a lot of you too, but I think some of our coaches who maybe stopped working because they found it like either wasn't aligned with what they wanted in their life, like as far as aesthetically, or like we were pushing a certain like abs or a certain whatever. And it's not wrong to have abs. You can have whatever goal you want to have. Like I have that goal, but I don't, you know, most of the people I work with don't have that goal, and that's totally cool. But anyway, all that to say, I think if they knew about the changes, they might be more inclined to at least recreationally coach again. So I would reach out to those people and just at least have the conversation, because this is going to be like a much easier year to hit it than it's ever been, So if you have that goal, this is the year. This is the year to go for it. If you don't have the goal, that's cool too. But if you do, this is the time.
Corey,
and I know some of you do. Susan, were you going to say something? You're muted, I think. Or at least I don't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, quick question on that 50 points. Can that come from your second business center, or does that?
Yes, it can come from any of yours. Yeah, I mean, always put things where it helps you most volume wise. So yes, their second business center for sure, but not your spouse's, obviously. So who all, I know Stacy is going for elite. Who else is going for elite? Susan, are you going to go? Are you going for it? I love it. How cool would that be for like a group of us to be up there? That was always my, I always kind of lamented that. It always felt anticlimactic hitting it, because I was always like, but it's just me and my team isn't up here with me. And it was always like frustrating. And I think it'd be so incredibly cool for the 8th time to be like with teammates. Like that would be unbelievable. That would be super duper cool. So if you do have that goal, I'm all about it. And honestly, the way to make income in our business, I feel like the Success Club system is so much more aligned with making income now too, because that's how you make income is volume. And now we're finally rewarding that, because you get so much more volume, like team volume, from everything except a challenge pack. You get like the bonus, the $50 from the challenge pack, but the TV for that is so low and it's so much higher for everything else. So, I mean, I just love that this is so much more aligned with like income than it ever has been. That makes me super excited. Okay, Andrea's going for it. Woo! So anyway, the way to do it has always been to help your coaches, like you hit Success Club and help your coaches hit Success Club. And that's the way it was from day one. And that's still the way it is today. And you probably noticed like towards the end of last year, like our numbers were getting smaller and smaller and smaller, like in terms of who was hitting Success Club. So we need to work hard, really hard, to get our coaches hitting Success Club again. And I think it's the perfect time to do that. Okay, you guys look so alive over here.
Corey, what are your suggestions to incentivize? I mean, they already have a corporate incentive to make Success Club, but like, what can we say to our coaches to help them start getting Success Club?
I think they just need to understand that it's literally anything. So they just need to be talking to people. So they need to figure out a date for a group, either that they're going to run on their own, or they're going to run with you, or their upline, whatever. They need to talk about it. They need to set a hard date. I think we get in trouble when we're like, well, whenever anybody joins us, and then people don't get results that way, honestly, as much, because they're just, only if they're self-starters do they really get results like that, because they're kind of thrown into the middle. They're kind of lost in all of it. The people who get the best results are the people who start on a certain date with like other people who are starting on that certain date, and they're like all in together. So, I mean, I think it's really important for them to figure that out and talk about it. So whatever product they love, talk about it. I mean, I don't think that we do that enough, especially before, because we were just thinking like challenge pack. And if somebody already had workouts, then we were trying to figure out a way to get them in the door. And if they already had, if they were like adamant about not getting Shakeology, then we were like, no, what do we do? But now literally they can do anything, and we can help them with anything, and they can still get Success Club points for it. So, I mean, I think that it's so much easier than it's ever been. Because even if they have some kind of, I mean, obviously we know that they should get the Total Solution Pack. And even if it's not advantageous for us in terms of volume, it's the best deal for them by far. But, some people are just dead set against certain parts of it, and that's okay. So now we don't have to be like, we don't have to try to overcome the objections. We can say like, yeah, I think that you would really benefit from that, but that's totally cool. Okay, I'll set you up with fill in the blank, whatever it is you want. So I really think it's just getting them comfortable talking to people and realizing it doesn't have to be Total Solution Packs. I don't think that they know. I should probably go live in our team page and tell them about this, because I don't know that they understand that it doesn't need to be Shakeology on subscription or a Total Solution Pack anymore.
Yeah, I have a question about that. So it's 125 PV. Is it like for one customer if they reach that, or if you get 125 for any new orders that month? Once you get there, then
not subscription orders. Yeah. And
right.
Oh, the cool thing too is it can come also from PCs. If you have a PC who cancels and then orders something new, you get points from that too. Like, how cool is that? So
yes, it's not
you don't get them from coaches, but you do from PCs. So they're treated just like customers in this setup. So
okay.
It's the same rule as like it has to have been within like beyond 6 months. If you've already gotten points for them within 6 months, you don't get more points from them. If it's a subscription order, you don't get volume. So you don't get the volume points. It has to be a new order. So any new order, it doesn't have to be on subscription, but a new order, if you haven't received a point from that person in 6 months, or customer or PC. So that's super powerful too, because I know a lot of you guys have PCs. So if you have a PC who has stopped something and orders literally anything, 3-day refresh, that counts towards your volume points for Success Club. So it just makes it easier all the way around. And people are just a lot more apt to sign up for something when they don't have to remember to cancel it. If they're like, I don't know if I want to be on that, and then I don't want to get set, I don't want to have to think about whether or not I want to cancel, or even though we try to make it as easy as possible. It's just, for whatever reason, some people just don't want to sign up for something that is recurring.
Is there somewhere in our own office that shows where we're at on volume points?
No,
Going-
we've asked for that and they say they're going to add it, but I think it's like the end of January is the ETA.
Okay.
But no, not yet. But they have to add it. We were like, you can't give us this category and then not like let us figure it out on our own, because they're going to be all
It would
kinds
be
of
helpful.
mistakes. So
Yeah, I
we
mean, I
need
have
to
a
give
lot
us
of
this information.
free
Yeah, we're
customers
going
that
to, but
order
it's
one
later.
time.
It's not yet. I
Okay.
think it's the end of the month. But did y'all see in the email you got that had the list of all the coaches that counted for you now, all the coaches who didn't hit Success Club in 2022? Did y'all get that email?
I got it.
It was, hold on, I think it was like the 4th. No, it was before that. Hold on, I'll tell you. It was on Monday. It came on Monday. The subject line was Corey start 2023 strong, earn $100 and other great prizes in the Success Club Executive Kickoff Promotion. But that whole list of people, if you scroll down, it said your eligible coaches. That's the same list of people who are eligible for your elite PSSC points. And they said they're going to send us another one, I guess, January 9th. So be on the lookout for that. But that's a list. It has all the emails and names of all the people across your business centers who have not hit Success Club in 2022, who will count for you.
Will you say that title one more time?
Yeah, it
Of
says
the
your name. So it came Monday, which was what, the 1st? No, the 2nd. It came Monday the 2nd, and the subject line was Susan, start 2023 strong, earn 100 USD and other great prizes in the Success Club Executive Kickoff Promotion.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, hopefully nobody deleted it, but if you did, it's coming again on the 9th. So that tells you all the people who will count. So like I said, it's just the easiest time we've ever had to hit Success Club. So it's really exciting. And it's easy for our I just love for our new coaches that they don't have to try to sell total solution packs, even though, I mean, it's still the best deal. It always is, but they don't necessarily have the confidence yet to do that. Are y'all excited about the Road to Legacy stuff? Or is that just
Yes.
me? I'm excited about it.
So would we post that? Like, when do we start doing that for our own we're just doing it once a month. So I'm going to set up the Google form, and they'll have to put their upline in it. Like I said, it's self-reported. They'll put their upline and I'll just send it to you, whatever they said their amount was. And then I'll post the template for you guys in the advisory board. So you can just create the graphic. So
So is that year to date?
I'm sorry?
Is that year to date? Like it started January? It's not cumulative?
No, it's cumulative. It's
Okay.
your whole career.
The whole career. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's your whole career as a coach.
Okay.
You know, I wish mine were January. That'd be awesome. It's not.
I didn't look at like, what does so 22, I guess I got to look at the graph again, but like the
Yeah,
two.
the one I posted in the chat is better. This one is only part of it. It goes up to like L90. This is the
So where's
first
the
half.
two? Like I see where it says 40. So how does it like 42, for instance? Like what is that?
Hold on, I'll tell you. It starts increasing once you get to, let me see what $1 million is. $1 million is L45. 2 million is L52.
Oh, I see.
5 million is L60. And then L90 is 90 million. If you keep going up.
All right.
I don't know if I don't think anybody's made 90 million.
so
Pretty sure no one's there yet. But anyway, and then like L1 starts with $100. So you'll have new coaches, hitting, like that'll be exciting to recognize them. And then L2 is 250. So like, it's very possible that you could recognize somebody each month for a while. We're only, like I said, only doing it once a month and only doing it when they increase, like go to the next level.
Mhm.
So like, they're all, the early ones are close together. So you can probably like jump them pretty quickly. But anyway, super fun. And then there's a graphic too that I'll put in our team page that has like Road to Legacy, and I'll show you. I'll post it in the when we get off the call in our chat.
Okay, it makes sense now. that-
Mine. And
What?
I'm already figured out where I am and I'm like really close to the next category. So it
Yeah.
makes
So you got to
motivated
push,
to-
right? I know you want to push for that next one.
Yeah,
That's what it did for me too. I'm really close to the next one also, and I was like, oh, if it was like one more week.
I know.
Yeah, but it's exciting. I love to push that way, and you can never lose it. It's not like, they're taking money away from you. So you can't ever, like in rank, you can go all over the place, but it's pretty cool that like, once you make that money, you can only move up.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. Are y'all excited about it or yeah, whatever?
No, I think it's really good.
I just think there had to be some kind of way to talk about income and get people like interested at least, asking questions or interested. They don't know what L whatever means, but they can see, oh, she's making money at least. I know that. And like I said, you can say what it's contributing to or whatever. So I think it just increases curiosity more than anything, which is
Yeah, I'm
always
excited.
good. Do what?
I'm really excited.
I am too. And I love, y'all know I'm like, income makes me happy. So it makes me excited. So I love seeing like the progressions. And I can't wait to celebrate all of you guys for income stuff. It's super
Corey,
fun.
a lot of what you shared with us was like what kept me going when I didn't know if I wanted to keep
Yeah,
going.
right?
One of the things that you shared was when your kids are old enough, like you have people holding your kids' spot.
Yes. They're
I
rolling
just
right in.
got
They're at the top of my organization.
I finally
Oh,
just
wait,
had
I'm like
someone do
counting down
that.
the days till they turn 18. Julie Kate asks me all the time, Mom, do I have to wait until I'm 18 to be a body coach? And I'm like, you do, but you have an awesome spot when you're ready.
Yes.
And I think she'll do big things with it because she's like already excited about it. Like she calls royal blue, like a shade of blue, she calls it arete. Like she thinks that that's actually called arete blue. Like when she's like, oh, look at that car, it's arete. And like, she believes that that's like navy, like it's a color, it's an actual color. Like she is all in. She is all in. So she thinks it's like the coolest thing ever. What we do is like super cool.
Yeah. No, Zachary
Like,
wants
she
to
tells
take
everybody
his-
about it. She thinks it's like the coolest thing.
Yeah, Zachary wants to take his coach account to A&M. I told him
Yeah.
I have to get him to Diamond first.
Yeah. Well, yeah, right now, they're both those business centers are emeralds, but